Yeah.
The biggest fish you don't show. Everywhere you don't show. Obodo delu chinchim. Odalu, aye, ife mebego. Ndike mobodo. Ndike jobodo. Obodo delu chinchim.
Yeah.
Aye, anya potago.
Wantana yeze, utukulani na focheze. Ifumu nigbo pamudede.
Candidates will be given 7 minutes apiece to reel out why they are seeking the #1 office in the state.
I therefore urge all the registered voters to go out en masse to vote on 11 November 2023, the day of election. The forthcoming gubernatorial election provides us the opportunity of choosing our leader in Imo State in accordance with well-informed consciences. Each voter should endeavor to get enlightened about the backgrounds and abilities of candidates for the office of Imo State governor.
My fellow candidates, Imolites, I don't think I will take up to 7 minutes because what I have to say is just very straightforward. Everybody knows what is happening in Imo State, so I don't have to rehash that. The things I'm going to do, primary thing, if you look at my manifesto, is security. And how am I going to provide that? I'm going to immediately, I take over in January, I'm going to introduce autonomy of local governments. Because once you have that, then you have councillors elected by their people. And I'm going to set up an electoral umpire that will conduct the freest and fairest election in the history of this state. Because no matter what party you come from, once you win, will swear you in. So what it will do is it will now engender confidence. The people will now have confidence in their rulership. Now, I'm going to send in a law for each local government to own their own vigilante. You know, the people have to be paid. It's very expensive. So only local governments can own it. 30-man vigilante per local government, so they can afford to pay those security people and also do the roads, look at their other responsibilities in the local government. And my government will not touch one kobo belonging to any local government. Now, the people in the forest, our brothers who are all over the place, kidnapping, killing, there's so much hunger. I'm going to call them out. I've been doing that even on radio and television to come out so that we can now reintegrate them into society, those who want to repent. But those who are recalcitrant, we jail them. Now that will bring peace. And then once you have peace, you now create jobs because it is joblessness that is causing this insecurity. We are providing 2 industrial clusters, a geopolitical zone. In although people are known for pharmaceuticals, so we are creating one. We have mapped out the place between either south and north and south towards Sotigwe. That's why we're setting up one. In Ohajiebema, we set up an oil and gas cluster. Then, in Okigwe, where I come from, my zone, we have granite, we have kaolin, we set up ceramic factories and then tire manufacturing factories. Then, also, in my own area, we have Oyuto Goma, Nzerebo. I have already started in my village. I have created an agri-hub that can employ up to 2,000 persons. So I'm going to replicate that in so many places. I will even extend that. We'll have a plan to plant 10,000 palm trees in every local government. We wanted to do it in communities, but we'll start with local governments. So we'll have 50,000 in local government in the next 5 years. Once we start it, any government after the first 4 years can continue it. And they will put in processing zones that will process. Do you know we used to export palm oil in the past? Now we import. Now, in Owerri, there is an existing industrial cluster here without infrastructure. We're going to put light in the first year of office, because without light, you can't have industrialization. So we'll put light, and then we'll put infrastructure for them. Then, around Ngobala area, first of all, I will activate our international cargo hub. This airport, since Mbakwe, has not been activated by anybody. So we'll activate it, cargo will be landing there. So we'll now do another agri-hub along the river banks. We have surveyed it. We are going to hit the ground running once we take over in January. We've even made arrangements for the funding and the financing. Now, in the health sector, I have already built 26 health centers. I'm 27 and furnished 26 completely. But all the governments, they don't want to activate them because of politics. So now that I'm going to be your governor, I will activate them. So health will be one of my other priorities. So like I said, I won't take much of your time. We used to be number 3 in education. Now we are 24. Our teachers have all japan. So I'm going to retrain the existing teachers so that we'll have quality education. With all this, we'll move ahead. And we don't need to borrow money. The workers, we're going to pay them, but it will take time. We'll look at the debt portfolio and see how we can spread it over some time. I think I've said enough. Thank you very much.
You talked about security. My question goes this way. How do you intend to collaborate with security agencies and engage with local communities and enhance overall security within the state?
It's a very straightforward question. Of course, that's why I'm limiting the vigilante to local governments, because I've tried it out. I tried with my community, tried to set up one. We found out that we couldn't carry the financial burden. So you set it up at the local government level, where they will be paying them salary. They must now collaborate. That's part of the law I'm going to send to the House of the First Law. They will collaborate with police. Police will train them, of course. Police, civil defense, DSS will work together with them. So that is very straightforward. But let me add something you didn't ask, why I'm running for governor. I'm running for governor because the whole place is a mess. I want to create an enabling environment for Igbos to come home and invest, which is why I've been championing Akurulo in the last 20 years. So that's why I'm running for governor. Because you see, I was expecting that we should present our CV, what we have done wherever we had worked before, which shows our capacities and capabilities. But anyway, we were not asked. So, but that's why I'm running for governor, to create an enabling environment for Igbos who are being chased all over Nigeria to come home and invest. And they're going to follow me once I take over. Thank you.
This question is for Senator Achonu, the Labour Party gubernatorial candidate. Sir, how do you intend to replicate your wonderful Akurulo policy? How do you intend to bring the Imo diaspora from the big cities in Nigeria and even overseas to come and help you with the Akurulo investment program?
This is what I've been doing in the last 20 years. I have one in Umurumo, where I come from. Then for the diaspora, I set up a bank also called Numo Bank that is going to interact with the diaspora. Then as a governor, this thing is just to create. I have the contact for the financiers. I have had experience. That was why I talked about CV. The major financiers in this Africa that will bring money have personal relationship with me. So as a governor, I'll bring them here and they will fund all these transactions. Thank you very much.
Pull up. Ndike wobodo. Ndike jobodo. Obodo delu jim. Aye, anya potato. Ndike wobodo. Ndike jobodo. Obodo delu jim.
Vote Senator Athan Achonu. Vote Labour Party. Papa, Mama, Pikin.